Hi guys! In this video you'll see how the actors of a TV series All in the Family 1971-1979 have changed. You'll know their real names and age. I will show you how they looked then and what's with them now. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go! Meathead is Gloria's beloved. He is distinguished by education, has a broad outlook and liberal views, and is also not inclined to chauvinism. He is not used to being silent if conflict situations arise due to different views on life. Archie Bunker is married to Edith. He is characterized by a prejudiced attitude to others and is not always tolerant. He is conservative and rarely makes concessions. Played by Carol O'Connor, who died of a heart attack in 2001. Edith Bunker is Gloria's mother. She is kind-hearted and devoted family member who supports them in any way she can, has a knack for smoothing over conflicts and doesn't show resentment. Played by Jean Stapleton, who passed away in 2013 of natural causes. Lionel Jefferson has a close relationship with Gloria. He's charming, distinguished by sincerity, and has a subtle note of humor. He tries to show tolerance, restraint, and avoid not conflict. Played by Mike Evans, who died in 2006 of throat cancer. Mrs. Jefferson is related by blood to Lionel. She's not a gullible person, though can be kind-hearted and considerate. She's not prone to racism and treats others with equal favor. Played by Isabel Sanford, who died of natural causes in 2004. Barney Hefner has a friendship with Archie. He's not lacking in cunning, can be somewhat tricky and deceitful at times, but he's not inhuman. Likes to play pranks on each other with friends. Played by Alan Melvin, who passed away in 2008 from cancer. Harry Snowden is a colleague of Archie Bunker, who is charming and versatile conversationalist, not prone to irascibility and shows understanding for the character traits of others. Played by Jason Wingreen, who died in 2015 after a short illness. Stephanie Mills is related to Edith, whom Bunker took in and raised. She's creatively gifted, especially in dancing and vocals, but doesn't show assertiveness in her studies, which affects her grades. Her religion is Judaism. Played by Daniel Brisbois. Irene Lorenzo is a friend of Edith. She is charming, has a strong and energetic nature and a bright personality. Irene is not pampered and is capable of fixing many things on her own. Played by Betty Garrett, who died in 2011 from an aortic aneurysm. George Jefferson lives next door to Archie Bunker, self-confident, has a strong-willed character and is not devoid of wit. He is a stern but caring man who is also business-savvy, who died of superior vena cava syndrome in 2012. Self, Norman Lear, is a successful producer of various TV shows and has an interesting perception that makes his work interesting. He's good at explaining and feels most comfortable during public appearances, doesn't like to be flashy and keeps a business-like image. Kelsey is the owner of Kelsey's Bar and Grill, where he also serves customers as a bartender. He has a good dexterity, attentiveness, and the ability to find a common language with people. Played by Bob Hastings, who died in 2014 from prostate cancer. Frank Lorenzo is closely related to Teresa and also lives next door to Bunkers. He honors Italian traditions, his roots, and often gets into racial disputes with Archie. Knows how to joke. Played by Vincent Gardenia, who died of a heart attack in 1992. Bertha lives in Ozone Park and was a relative of Oscar, whom she treated quite well and took his passing hard. She's emotional and capable of feeling for her loved ones. Played by Peggy Rhea, who died of complications from congestive heart failure in 2011. Teresa Bettencourt Liz Torres, works at a local hospital as a nurse and has a good relationship with Bunkers. She is distinguished by cheerfulness and goodwill, but is able to speak out sharply at unflattering comments addressed to her. Knows how to cook well. Sheva Dabara is an old friend of Mike. He is not devoid of talent, which he successfully implements in art and often draws from life. He has a liberated nature, is easy to communicate with, and has a peculiar view of things. The role is performed by David Soul. Carlos Mendoza is Hispanic and was part of the staff at Kelsey's Bar and Grill. He doesn't show aggression to visitors, is always polite and knows how to find an approach even to the most demanding person. The role was performed by Hector Elizondo. Blanche Hefner was previously legally married to Barney. For her, marital fidelity is not a priority, which is why her marriage broke up. She also likes to provoke men, making them jealous, and has increased sexual appetites. The role is played by Estelle Parsons. Reverend Chong was the one that Edith approached. He is representative of the Asian community, which has a multicultural attitude to religion and worship, differs in sincerity and completeness of perception of various views and beliefs. Denise, Janice Page, became Edith's creative mentor. She has achieved success in the production field, helped her vocal talent, and also her strong perseverance. Denise has a good amount of experience, which allows her to give the right advice to newcomers. Manuel L. Martinez is one of the employees of the restaurant Kelsey's Bar and Grill, which immigrated from Mexico. He works as a simple waiter and also leads visitors to their tables, but at the same time he always remains friendly and honest in his work duties. Rabbi works at a synagogue and was not afraid to provide shelter for Rosie. He is distinguished for his wisdom, spiritually enlightened, and his own observations about life, played by Charles Siebert, who died of COVID-19 related pneumonia in 2022. Father Majeski serves in the Catholic Church. He is wise and benevolent, often helping people to find meaning and faith, to sort out doubts, and also supported Gloria during a difficult time, played by Barnard Hughes, who died of natural causes in 2006. Stretch Cunningham, James Cromwell, maintains friendly relations with Bunker-Stivic. He has a somewhat atypical nature and is actively involved not only in esotericism but also in the occult. He also has a magical gift and shows supernatural abilities. George Richard Mazur was friendly to Gloria, has an acquired mental retardation which makes it difficult for him to find work and at times suffers ridicule from others. He is distinguished by purposefulness and high zeal to prove that he is no worse than others. Uniformed policeman attended the Archie Bunkers meeting. His main task is to monitor the observance of order within the walls of the courtroom during hearings. He is attentive to his service and can cope with all sorts of problems. The role is played by Bill Macy. Mr. Turner, James McKitching, is a psychotherapist and one of his clients was Edith Bunker. He is distinguished by his professionalism and attentive approach to people. He analyzes the emotional state well and looks for suitable ways to deal with it for each patient. Dr. Sidney Shapiro is the rabbi that Edith turned to for help. It's characterized by the manifestation of wisdom and deep patience. He tries to help people deal with doubts, spiritual advice, and return to religious roots. Gloria Bunker-Stivic is Archie's only daughter. She is a humane person who always tries to defend her views and not adapt to anyone, even if this leads to conflict with her father. Always tries to do what is right. The role is performed by Sally Struthers. Gordon Crenshaw was Gloria Bunker's employer for some time. He can be categorical, doesn't care too much about his employees, and can to treat them meanly to avoid unnecessary waste. Played by George Firth, who died of a lung infection in 2008. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please share it on social networks, like it, and of course subscribe to the channel.